Let's go. You're listening to another Woodshop podcast, the okayest podcast of its type. Your hosts are Daniel Dunlap of Daniel Dunlap Woodworks, Peter Kapar of Petree's Workshop, and Braden Boakes of Littlebug Woodworking. You can find them as well as the podcast on your favorite social media channels. Welcome to episode 301 of another Woodshop podcast, your one-stop shop for all your woodworking, small business, and fitness knowledge. Much like ChatGPT, we don't always get it right and often hallucinate, but we'll deliver the incorrect information with the confidence and positive energy of an overly supportive drunk friend you are driving home from a party. Which means we're bringing back, by unpopular demand, the All Questions episode. No answers, just questions. What's up, boys?
I don't have to answer?
This is one of those questions that will quietly destabilize a civilization.
This is text that ChatGPT actually sent back to Braden after he asked the question I asked.
The question
was...
Would a giraffe wear a tie on the top part of their neck or down by their shoulders?
I think on the shoulders, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Braden is using AI for. This is how he's
This is why Utah has no water because of the data centers.
Because of Braden.
Because of this.
That's fine. Utah doesn't drink water anyway. They just drink soda pop.
And by the way, ChatGPT said that it would wear it up by the head, not down by the shoulders, and I think that's just insane.
It said both. It said if it's a business giraffe, it'd wear it up by the head, corporate accountant style, and if it was a used car salesman slumming it ridiculous, running for public office, perhaps the presidency.
What, I'm like the dad from Matilda, Danny DeVito style, just like,
hey, we just got to glue the bumper back on.
You just got to glue it back on.
Speaking of gluing the bumper back on.
Are you throwing it to me for the patrons?
I don't like it either.
It's different.
It's 301. It's a new time, baby.
It is Pride Month.
We have 3 new patrons.
What?
On purpose?
What?
I think so. The third
Pride
patron
Month.
may be a name that I read last week, but I'm going to read it again because they changed their name.
That's one of the benefits of signing up. We could potentially read it twice.
We have Bandar Albishi.
Welcome.
I think I may have nailed that name. I'm going to be honest. I'm feeling pretty good about
I
it.
may have nailed that name.
We have also Katie Burkhart from Carpenter Katie Go.
Nice. I think she signed up literally during our podcast.
Yes, that is correct.
Literally, like we were doing the intro.
So I did say this name, but
Maybe.
It's Twofinity from Beveled Edge Custom Works.
That's a new one. Which they're not a sponsor this week, but should we talk about the shenanigans in a little bit?
We will. We'll get into it. Hold on, I have to stall a little bit while I change some things.
Dan didn't sort by date.
No, because I couldn't remember those names, so I had to.
Got it. It's
Anyways.
called multiple tabs, Dan.
You can do that? Huh. Anyway, let's talk about the VIP patrons real quick. I take no responsibility for any of these names I'm about to say. Also, I think I'm going to skip over Brandon Finney. I don't like the name that he chose.
No. You got to read them all.
Brandon Finney's name is now Braden Needs a Raise.
New favorite
Yeah, because he's so short, he has to get like a lift in his chair or his boots.
Okay. Luke Schmidt is Craig Killed the Domino. Get into that.
Yeah. Nice try.
Craig killed the guy.
Eric Mark Vicka at Mark Vicka Designs. We got why is hold on. Something is askew.
Craig, you should lay low for a while.
Why is it cutting off names? Oh wait, it's because my window's too small.
Did you not extend your window to the wall?
This is a me problem. No,
Till the patrons drip
it's not
down.
a me problem. I don't know what's happening. Patreon has changed everything. All right, so some of your names are going to get cut off. Wesley Miller is Dan is vastly under. ...
Under what?
I don't know. Actually, I think I do know. Vastly underappreciated. Just saying.
Don't make things up if you don't know the answer, Dan. It sounds silly.
Mike at DM Works is, I know a guy that can ... There's no way for me to look at these names.
What do you mean?
Oh, wait.
Make the window bigger, Dan.
I did, but if I click on the name...
Enhance.
I'll have to click on
Enhance.
each name. I'm currently dying over here, you guys.
Dan, don't die.
Why are you
Enhance.
dying?
I'm
Enhance.
choking on my own
Enhance.
spit.
Oh,
I hate when that happens.
kids these
I'm
days.
struggling to be alive. Let's see. Where was I at? I'm sorry. We might have to start this whole thing over again.
In dance.
Mike at DM Works is, I know a guy that can make trash cans swim with fish. I don't
what?
understand that.
Yeah, I know. I get it. You have to be smarter than that.
Jeremy Johnstone. Greg at Platfire Woodworks is, what's a maker? Well, it's now Pride Month,
would
so
find out it's
wouldn't
a-
you like to know? Greg at G&M Design Co. Scott Crabtree of Crabtree Creative. Dominic from the Crafty Sloth. Sean C6H99N70202S Renshaw.
Use his government name.
He's local. I've talked to him face to face, and he says that he does that just to mess with me, and it's working. Because I'm not sure that was a real thing just now. Nick at NSM Woodcraft, Chris Lamoureux from Homefront Woodworks, Greg Bennett at Windy Acres Works, Nick Daniel over at Nick P. Daniel. Nope, never mind. I had a thought, but it was a different person. Greg D'Ambrosia at GTD Woodworks, Jeremy Claybaugh from J. Claybaugh Woodworking, Alex Adams from Type A Furniture.
Nice.
John Herbolsheimer of Living Laugh Woodworks, the number one Nick, NV Woodshop, Nick Vreeland, Gerald the Puma from LL Builds, Tyler Booth at TYG Makes, Henry Lutens from Manfreda Wood, El Jefe over at Maker's Way, Victor from Wim Designs, get your mom 2 train tickets to Pound Town. That is Nick Brim.
Nice.
That's Nick Brim.
What?
Yep.
This changes everything.
That is Nick Brim. At twofinity.com. Oh, they combined their names again. That was Max Reed of Read.
Read them both together. What is it?
Get your mom 2 train tickets to Pound Town at twofinityscnc.com.
That's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. Bill Burkle over at WTB Woodworking. Ed Mancini, newly engaged Ed Mancini. Was I supposed to say
Yay.
that out loud? I don't know,
know.
but there you go. At Mancini Woodworking.
Did you just out his Facebook relationship status before you changed it?
During Pride Month?
During Pride Month?
I think I did a boo-boo. I don't know. We're going to leave it in, though. Congrats, Ed. Chris at Chris Will Make. I'm doing a jobber for Dan. Thank you. That's Trash Panda. Jimmy. Justin Bailey at Campfire Woodworks. And John at Grub Make. That's it. End of list.
Wow. End of list.
I made it through there. I didn't die, which is nice. Always a
barely.
pleasant thing. If you would like to hear me struggle reading names and such, but you want it to be your name, you can join us at iloveawp.com. Get signed up for one of our Patreon tiers over there. That'll take you right to our Patreon page. Or if you get some sort of sick pleasure out of typing out the whole thing, you can just go to patreon.com/anotherwoodshop podcast. But then that would get rid of all Braden's lovely work to acquire these domains for us. And he acquired a new domain tonight. And
did.
you may know what it is by some of the name changes, but I'll let Braden
What?
tell you what it is.
Yeah, we want to make it easier because we don't have a discount code or a tracking code or something with our dear friends over at Onefinity.
Long website name.
Just a long tracking website. Onefinity.com / / AWP
Something like that.
something. Like it's nonsense.
Forgot the ref. Okay.
It's nonsense, much like us. But it requires a good memory, which we don't have. So now if you go to twofinitydcnc.com, it'll redirect you right where you need to be. So do that.
2 as in the number TWO, not like the number, but like not TOO, TWO, Finity.
Should we have gotten
CNC.
OneFinityCNC2.com? Like 2TOO?
X2
Like also?
as well. No,
Onefinity CNC 2
Electricboogaloo.com has been definitely a pun for a while. I think TwoFinityCNC.com is the way to do it.
It was the next logical step in our business plan.
Literally the next step.
Yeah.
We were required to do it, I think.
This is
Threefinity
one of the
CNC.
dumbest things we've done after AreTheChairsIncluded.com.
We've done a lot of dumb things, so I don't know if that's accurate.
We brought
They
Braden
just-
on.
They make it so easy to buy domains. You're losing money if you don't buy them.
Fun fact, you're losing money if you do as well.
You're losing money if you listen to this.
You know,
You're losing money just by living. So
I mean, this in this
you're gonna
economy,
lose it.
you're just losing money.
you know a great way to not lose money though?
die.
Nope. If you want to hang out with us at the Texas Woodworking Festival, you can do that because we're going to be there. But even more importantly than that, guys, we have somehow shoehorned our way away from having a booth for us just to stand around and tell silly jokes, but basically just have a reserved couch for
We
us to sit
shoot
on.
our horn right in. That's very Texas-y. Shoot our horn in. Horn.
Austin asked us, hey, do you guys want to do something? And we thought, yeah, I mean, we're not good at doing things, but carry a box from the front door to somewhere. Yeah, we can help you. He's like, what about Pinewood Derby races? And we're like, oh, those would be fun. Now we've got to run a whole Pinewood Derby tournament, which is actually going to be a ton of fun.
Now I know how NASCAR feels because, NASCAR,
NASCAR,
a lot of work.
hardly no car. But if you want to take part in an official Pinewood Derby race car extravaganza to the end, you got to go to TexasWoodworkingFestival.com and register so that you can take part in this.
We need to keep track of everybody who signs up so everything can be official.
It's actually official. There's a league. I think it's a kosher league track. I think it's been koshered by a rabbi.
Did he sanitize the track with blowtorch?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm
That's how
not
you make it
super,
kosher.
Yeah, I'm not super.
I just
specific
always
on
thought
the details.
you just put a bunch of salt on it. That's how. Just kosher salt.
Yeah, I think it's something about that too.
I don't know.
It's a little confusing, but we have been assured that somebody will be there that knows the actual rules, and we are just there to make sure that everybody has a great time. So go to
We're
TexasWoodworkingFestival.com.
Pretty
and
face.
sign up. You can get a kit if you don't want to go al dente from scratch.
Al dente.
Yeah, and we encourage. So the rules and regs are actually posted with like size like car dimensions, weight, all that stuff. We encourage build a car ahead of time, and if you want to maybe make one that isn't street legal, that fits the dimensions, so it fits on a track, but maybe a little ridiculous, maybe a little Paul Jackman cheating action. I don't know, whatever. We'll have let's just call it, we'll have the Tokyo Drift Pinewood Derby race afterwards. Yeah. I'm much excited.
Yeah.
Not fast, so furious.
Dan's going to check his Etsy messages while there to get the Furious. And
Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of Fast and Furious,
On to the sponsors.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that to me?
Pete, speak words.
I know.
Or forever hold your peace.
Like, let's see how long we can hold the silence. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Gorilla Glue. The most trusted name in glue, been around for, I would honestly go out and say, probably longer than Dan, which is to say a lot.
That is incorrect. We checked this like 2.5 weeks ago, 1994.
Yeah, I'm much older than that.
Yeah, Dan is ancient.
I graduated high school.
What's America? 250? Close.
1994. Close. I think we were on like the 4th sequel of Dan, kind of where they just started phoning it in, just like the Land Before Time series.
Like it just started posting the new Dans in color. Before that, it was just black and white. Dan Noir.
Yeah, this one just went straight to VHS.
Straight to VHS, Dan, show title. I like that.
We should probably do an actual sponsoring.
We will. But, huge shout out to Gorilla Glue. They were a sponsor for the Midwest Maker Meetup. They're awesome. They were also at the Texas Woodworking Festival last year. They did not bring the giant blow up gorilla, right? Did they? They did not.
They tried had a suit.
They did to Texas.
They did to Texas. We tried to get it for our event, and they said, "Ha!" And then they didn't.
Seeing it in Texas, I have now put it as a contractual requirement in every single version of a contract I've sent them, and they just keep redlining it.
Yeah, and that's the second best thing about their products. The first one, obviously, being the glue. And if you have missed our ad reads for the last, 9 months at this point, they have a woodworking glue now. So not just the old tried and true polyurethane glue, but now they have the woodworking glue in 2 styles. The regular wood glue, the original, and the wood glue ultimate for your extra bond. This is the outdoor rated, the super tough one. They of course also have it in the clear, so you don't see your mistakes. It's also water resistant. They're all water resistant. By the way, the wood ultimate is waterproof officially, because the words do matter, guys. The words matter. And you get extended working time, which we also like. If you're doing a big glue up, the ultimate is the way to go. And of course, if you have any small mistakes, or maybe you just like filling holes, they've got the wood filler in walnut, golden oak, white, and natural. That's right. Fun fact, natural matches Dan's complexion perfectly. So just saying. That comes in the small tubes and, of course, the tubs as well for the big mistakes, or if you do a lot of ice climbing tools like I did. That's the one I was using for a while there. So it's good stuff. Make sure to go check them out at GorillaTough.com/AWP. That's right. We've got our own link everywhere for all the brands. And I also want to give a huge shout out to one of our oldest patrons and, of course, our sponsor this week, WTB Woodworking, Bill Burkle. I'm actually wearing his shirt today, totally by accident. And Bill Burkle's been a huge proponent of the woodworking community and makers, and making sure that we have the tools that we need. From before he even opened up his maker space, he had a woodworking space where he wanted to share with the community, expanded it by getting a sawmill, an iDry, a bunch of big tools so that he can provide milling services. And then he went and opened up a shop, a full-blown store where he's running a ton of awesome sales. Currently, they're running a 15% off of the Shaper Origin through May 29th. Never mind. Sorry, missed that. That just expired. Too bad. But guess what? Craig's sale is on right now on select 20-volt tools that they've got, because they did just release a lot of fun tools, including the shop blower, the sander, the trim router, and the circular saw. So you can get all those $20 off that purchase. And of course, they always offer in-store 10% off of wood turning blanks, 10% off of all boards in store, and up to 50% off of slabs. If those slabs ain't moving, they're grooving. Group meaning that they sell. They want to sell them. And right now they're running the giveaway. This is an awesome gift. This is something that Dan could have used a while back. It is the Jet.
Money?
equipment, dust collector, 1.5 horsepower, 2 micron canister kit. Dust collector, a $989 value. So go to WTBwoodworking.com/giveaway to enter. It costs you nothing to enter and everything to win. It doesn't cost you everything to win. It costs you nothing to win. Yeah.
Very cool. You know, you said that they have all the Craig tools there. Do they have that new domino killer?
The domino killer is not out yet.
Oh, right. It
Yeah.
didn't come out till September.
It's got to lay low until the patent
Lay low.
Sorry, hit the wrong button there.
Down on my knees.
There is I will let's jump into this just for a second here.
Good news, everyone.
Yeah. I got a few things to talk about.
Well, we need to get into questions, but the domino killer. Some people have been saying that is it the same tenon style? You could just, basically use whatever dominoes. I did mention that if it's the same exact tenon style, I'm just excited for all the extra new third-party tenons that'll be coming out, right? Now, DeWalt's going to have their own, and Ryobi and all that stuff.
tenons with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth,
Yeah, 10-ins, 11-ins, 12-ins.
Z-Wave.
Well,
Z-Wave.
I actually happened to watch Spag's new video. And
Well, I didn't watch it.
He did.
Flex on me.
Well, I'm the expert here. I'm just like shoehorning my way in. Mark Spagnolo, Wood Whisperer fame, put out a new video talking about the quote unquote domino killer. And he actually is a little bit of an authority on this because he actually had his hands on one. Him and the short guy on their podcast, what's his name? Matthew, and the taller guy.
We'll never have Cremona on now.
Matthew McConaughey?
Anyway, he said that the bits are the exact same. The bits can be interchangeable,
And
which
the bits.
means the tenons, the floating tenons, because that's what they're called. They're not dominoes are the brand name. Floating tenons are the actual name. It's like Kleenex and tissue. Anyway, which means they'll all be interchangeable, which is super cool because there's already third-party tenons and bits out there. I mean, you can get bits for the domino from CMT for like half the price, and you can get the floating tenons from Tay Tools for like half the price. So that's dope.
Hold on.
I can't wait to get Hominy Dong bits or whatever from Amazon.
Are you saying that the Craig is also now the Kleenex killer?
Clean out your
heard it here
nose
first, folks.
once.
No, I was just using that as an example, but yeah, highly recommend going to watch Mark's video. He went into more depth on it, but that's the main thing I came away with that was interchangeable bits. So that's pretty
It
cool.
is a cordless only right now, right? Or that they're not offering it, but
I
it is
think
cordless
he said
only.
there's no plan as of now to make a corded version, but
Okay.
we'll see.
Well, and I mean in that news, the Domino did come out with a cordless version.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've been seeing a lot of Festool Domino content, and I have to assume that they're trying to get ahead of the Craig Edge, is what they're calling it. So
I, not as a flex, but I got to hold the cordless Domino
it's a bit of a flex.
last
Let me guess,
spring,
you were
but-
over at Keith's house.
No, it was at the festival event.
Oh, that's a bigger flex. Okay.
100-year anniversary or whatever that they were doing.
Right.
And they had that there, and they have some other tools that are not shown
Didn't
yet.
you
but
have to sign
an
a NDA for that?
Well, now it's released, so it's expired.
Yeah, so it's expired.
Now it's DA.
And we held it, and we're like, this seems done. Like, why is this not out yet? Also, about time.
Right.
It also it has a vibe of like the body of it is a combo of the 500 and the bigger one. Is that 700?
The body.
Is the way the battery sits on it and whatnot. So they changed the handle on it a little bit, which I kind of like. I like the 700 handle.
You like
Something
that?
about it holding the 500 is a little awkward.
Yeah, it's got that big handle in the back.
Yeah.
Locked, cocked, and ready to rocked.
Yeah.
I still have both my dominoes, and I don't know. I go back and forth on if I'm going to sell my 700, but every time I think about it, I'm like, I I know I'm gonna need it. Like as soon as I sell that thing, I'm gonna need it. So
You should sell your 500 because then between the two of us, we have the full kit and caboodle.
well, if I sell
Sell-
the 500, then I can just get the Craig in September.
Well, I was saying sell the 700 before Craig releases like their whatever they call it.
Their XL Domino Killer.
What is the name of
killer
it?
baritone.
The Dominator. See what I did?
The Dominonator.
It's just the 700, I think. I don't know.
No, but the Craig version of it. Like, what's the Craig Domino Killer called?
The
The
Edger.
Edge. The Edge.
Oh, the Edge. Oh, that's the name
Yeah,
of
the
it?
Edge.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you guys were just edging, but like,
No.
okay, that's the actual name.
Edgeapalooza, Electric Boogalooza.
I take this podcast very seriously, and I don't make jokes. So,
Oh, you're serious?
yeah.
Oh, he for serious.
Oh, for serious? That's crazy.
I got other news if you all don't.
Okay.
Or if you want to continue talking about
I'm
that.
willing to keep making things up just to stop Dan from going. I'm just kidding. Dan, what have you
this is
got?
not
I've got
good
my
news.
What have you got?
I've got my thumb on the pulse of the woodworking community. I know what's
That's
happening.
not how you check a pulse.
The
'Cause
man
you
watched
feel
two videos. Let me guess. It's going to be a Suman video that he retweeted.
Yes.
Oh, should have known.
How'd you know that? Because I
Oh.
told you. No. Suman released Suman Sarkar. What's his actual Woodcraft by Suman? Yeah.
Oh, Whitworks.
The better Whitworks.
Daniel Dunlap.
He released a
Sumancraft.
video testing the theory that putting your hand plane down face first will dull your blade faster.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
It is. And he proved that it's stupid and it doesn't
Goes
make
on
sense.
a wood bench.
Yes. He proved it with science. Go watch his video.
No. I don't
Your
need
blade
science.
dulls, basically, your blade dulls faster by using it than it does by setting it down by like 200 fold. Like, it's crazy the amount of times you have to sit it on the bench before it goes dull.
That's why I
It's
don't
like-
use hand tools.
You ever go to IKEA and it has like the testing thing where it just like presses on a pillow and it just runs continuously, or like it's like a testing thing.
I don't think that you're at an IKEA.
It was a small warehouse across from a data center in Iowa.
It was a bring your own cooler situation.
Bring your own IKEA bed.
No, go watch Suman's video. It was a pretty thorough test. He also made some pretty good jokes, which I appreciate.
Were they dad
Honestly,
Shout out to Suman.
he keeps designing these robots to do all these tests, and you know what? He's just showing off.
jokes?
Settle down, Suman.
Simone Yetch. That's different. Also, she doesn't do that anymore.
Most people know her as Simon Gertz.
Garfunkel?
Simon Gertch. That's awful.
I know.
Sorry.
I'm telling her.
Okay.
I follow her on Friendster, so
But
like
she wouldn't give you her phone number, so you can't brag about that.
you don't know that.
I do know that.
Killed the
actually.
guy.
I can't wait to just shove it in your face one day. Like the Goodwill Hunting, I think, or whatever. Like I slap it on the window. Hey, you like apples? How about them apples?
The ultimate name drop.
The ultimate name drop. As everyone's like, who? Anyways, should we do a little quick micro? What's in a bench?
Little micro.
A little micro.
A little. What do they call a microdose of bench?
An amuse bouche of
Oh, I like
our
that.
benches.
Hey, speaking of booze,
Oh God.
Amuse bouche.
did you
Not
guys
booze.
know that they put
Alcohol?
female hormones in alcohol?
Jesus Christ.
No, Dan, do not. No, not this joke. No.
Did you
No,
see this
Dan.
one?
You're gonna cost us our two female listeners.
You saw
not-
this one, didn't you?
You're not nearly smooth enough to get away with this.
Okay.
I don't
Go
know what
ahead,
this.
deliver.
I don't know what the joke is.
Go ahead, Dan.
I'm just
Say the
telling you
whole
right
joke.
now. I don't like it.
Say the whole joke, Dan. Go ahead. Do it.
Or we're gonna have to cut this out, or
No, it's fine. It's fine. Say it. Say it.
no,
Say it.
no, never mind,
Say it.
never mind.
No, it's too late.
No,
Dan, you have to say it now. You set it
So
up.
Pete, what is on your bench?
No, I need Dan to tell the joke now.
Dan,
'Cause
what's
he's-
on your bench? I'm past this.
I didn't do the bench thing.
Dan,
This is all uncomfortable now. I don't know what to do.
Do the joke.
Who do I piss off
Now that I
more?
made you feel bad, do the joke.
Dan, what's on your bench?
Because when you have too much, you start talking nonsense and you drive bad.
Pete, push the button.
That man was way smoother with delivery, and he got yelled at.
You saw the same video I
Yeah, we
did.
saw the same video.
His wife called him an effing bastard.
yeah, well, he is.
I'm sorry, that wasn't my best one. I didn't come up with it. I just
No,
repeat what I see.
I
on the
interrupted in
internet.
your delivery, too, and that probably made it just the same. Anyways, let's do the bench.
What's on my bench?
Dan, what's on your bench?
Actually, not a whole lot.
here we go.
I've been doing a whole lot of the same, so not a whole lot to report. I did go over to Braden's yesterday, and I fixed his drum sander, so I did that.
Yeah, which I don't
And
want to
we
believe.
recorded jobber content. It's been misaligned for like a long time, and I'm like, dude, that's like a 3-minute fix.
Or Mr. Aligned.
Yeah, well, it's Pride Month or something.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
So I fixed his drum sander. Fun fact, it didn't take 3 minutes. It took probably about 15, but I did it pretty quickly. And now it's fixed, and he probably still won't use it, but pretty proud of that. Fixed it up.
He's very confident.
It's within 0.02 of an inch on either side, which is pretty
Within
good.
2-inch.
Pretty good for a drum sander in a woodworking shop. Other than that, I ain't done much anything different. This was like a carbon copy week of last week. Everything's the same. Everything. So
Everything?
how's that for a micro bench? Well, am I missing something?
Well, you didn't fix his thing last week. It said you cleaned a shop and you designed a new table. So did you design a new table
Other
again?
than that, it's the same. Everything.
Oh.
Ooh,
Okay.
I did do something.
Oh.
Non-woodworking.
Funny.
Non-woodworking. All right. Here we go.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go, yo.
The bathroom in my main hallway, the main entrance of my house, there's a bathroom right to the right after you
crappy.
pass my shop door.
Are you talking? You're talking the kidnapping bathroom?
The laundry.
The kidnapping bathroom. The handle on the door hasn't worked for like ever. Well, it works, but it's sparse.
That explains why Nick walked in on me. Did you
It's
say
sparse.
sparks?
Sparse.
Okay. I was going to have so many questions.
It officially quit working altogether when my mother-in-law was in there on Monday and she couldn't get out. So I was like, okay, I should probably fix the handle. And I replaced the handle. It was like $7 and it took me, this literally took me 3 minutes. And the door handle's been bad for well over a year. I just been putting it off. And I fixed it and they were like, Dan, oh my God, was that all it took? So that was pretty fun. I did that. Yeah, I feel like a real good husband fixing stuff.
Dan getting a handle on life. Adding that to the show notes.
Oh,
That's not even close to what really happened.
okay. I think that finishes my week, unless I'm forgetting something that Braden's going to remind me of. Speaking of Braden, tell everybody how disappointed you are currently. Go.
I don't even know what that could be referencing.
I don't know where to start and where
I
to
think
begin.
it's
Because
the, I think
it
it's
could
the
be-
joke I just tried to tell.
It could be anything.
I'm starting to feel bad for the joke. I kind of want to cut it out. I feel like Braden right now.
Dan likes to hit mark all unread on emails.
Oh, here we go.
So what
here we
happened
go.
what happened this week is Dan drove me once again to the point of wanting to strike him, and he's one of my dearest friends.
Braden threatens a lot of violence towards me, which makes me wonder if we really are friends.
Who's
I've tried
the problem there?
I've tried the carrot, and now I've moved into my stick era.
I don't know what that means.
It means I'm going to beat you more. I'm gonna beat you in line.
Oh. Go to the tree in the yard and get a switch.
Dan did come over to my place and he did fix my drum sander. It's unlikely that it will change the amount of usage that I'm going to probably get out of it. I don't know what it is.
It's a baby drum sander. I mean, like, why even have it?
Because the next step up one in my price point has a shattered in-feed table right now.
No, that's not the next one up. There's one before it.
Price range, though.
Oh.
Yeah, see what I did there? That was very nice of him, though. I don't know what it is. I used to use the drum sander all the time, and then I just kind of decided that, you know what, I could just use a flush trim bit, and I'll just deal with that to get things out of my CNC carves rather than dealing with
It's one of the handiest tools in the shop.
Maybe it's a size thing. Maybe mine's just too small.
It's a size thing. It's always a size thing.
Yeah. But while Dan was doing that, he did come over and he said, I'll help you with anything that you need in the shop. And I got all night and we got to record some jobber content. And then after that, let's hang. And I was like, dope. Let's see what happens. And he showed up. I said, anytime after 4, Dan said, 4:01 on the dot. And he was there at 4:01 on the dot.
On the dot.
The next day.
Nope. He was on time. He drove around the block twice to make sure he showed up at 4:01, not 4 o'clock.
Damn right. I'm punctual AF.
So I came outside to him relaxing in the Gooch Grotto.
In the Gooch.
Which has 2 different types of Adirondack chairs in it now. I did assemble those cheap ones. They're pretty nice.
They're not bad.
They're pretty nice.
I don't trust them to sit in them, but they look nice.
I sit in them just fine. But
well, I'm not your size anymore, am I?
While Dan was... We did the jobber content, and then we went and picked up Gabby from the daycare. Pete, I have a question for you that Dan seems to not understand. I said Gabby's daycare is down the street.
Oh.
Dan is upset because it was not down the street in the neighborhood. It's you go out onto the road and you go
not down the street.
It is down the street.
If you got to make multiple turns, not down the street.
Not down the street. You get 2 turns at most.
But nothing that happens in the neighborhood counts. That's all in the neighborhood.
Her school is down the street.
Yeah,
it's
I will give you her school down the street.
It's a couple turns, but it's in the same.
The daycare, multiple turns, stop signs, not down the street.
Her school is in the neighborhood. You take a left turn out of the neighborhood and you drive straight and you turn left and you're in the daycare. That's down the street. The street is a main street.
No, hold on.
You have to zigzag through the neighborhood.
I'm gonna redo this.
Roundabout.
You take a right turn, you take a left turn, you take a right turn, you take a left turn.
Don't forget the roundabout, Dan.
No, this is a different way. And then you take another left turn, and there's at least 1 stop sign in there, not down the street.
According to Braden, while I was there, he's always like, it's just like 15 minutes away. Yeah, it's 10 minutes away.
I mean, it's close. I will say that it's close, but it's not down the street.
15 minutes means 30. 20 minutes
it's probably
is
less than 5 minutes down.
It's like
anything that happens in the neighborhood is in the neighborhood. This is down the street.
Yeah,
you guys are wrong.
No. If you make multiple turns and a stop sign, it's not down the street.
That's 10 minutes away.
No, it's 3 minutes down the street.
I'll give you 5.
Okay.
It's 5.
5 minutes away.
We had to wait at the stop sign for quite a while.
You got to round up to the next thing. Not down the street.
Not down the street.
Okay. Well, this is the giraffe. This is the giraffe thing all over again. You guys are wrong.
This is gonna topple a civilization.
But then we came back, and Dan said, "Okay, cool. What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I literally just need a body double. Like, I need you to help me. I just need to organize the shop. Just anything you think should be thrown away." And I thought that Dan's perfect at this. Anything you think needs to be chucked in the trash, just do it. Dan then distracts himself by fixing the drum sander.
You know about the medicine I take, right?
And then we stood around and chit chat, and then he's like, "Well, I'm hungry. See you later." And he was gone.
It wasn't that. Yeah. I was there for like two.
I wish I could have done that when I was there when I was hungry. But no, he just starved me.
To be fair, when I arrived, I hadn't eaten anything all day, but I did have in my system like 3 energy drinks and an Adderall pill.
Oh, so you had
I was
3 energy drinks and Adderall pill more
ready
food
to go
than I did.
And then, it kind of wears off after a while and you lose a little motivation. And then I lost focus with the pill. The pill wasn't working anymore. And that's why I was like, okay, I think I'm going to pivot and do the drum sander. And I did the drum sander. And then I'm sitting around and we're talking and chit chatting. And he's throwing stuff away. I don't know what to throw away in Braden's shop. I don't know.
All of it.
You don't throw away stuff in another man's shop, first of all.
I throw away stuff in your shop literally
All
every
the time.
day.
That's because you're a bad friend.
Sometimes you're not even there. I just show up and I know the garage doors are open, so I just throw something away and then leave.
Then we
And the
just
lights
started
are on.
chatting. Braden and I don't just sit around and chat anymore. It's all business and work.
Business.
Why?
So we were just chatting, and I was like, hey, actually, I'm pretty hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I'm going to go to Taco Bell.
I offered you loose salami.
Actually, you didn't. I would remember that. You did
And not only that, I offered you loose salami and a cold Pepsi. A cold one.
I had a cold.
Was it just room
Sprite
temp, but
knockoff.
like it was a cold day?
No, it came out of the fridge.
No, he had them in the fridge, which is shocking.
Which fridge?
Shocking.
The one that works or doesn't work?
No, the inside one. I gave him
inside
one of Aretha and Gabby's beverages, not one of mine.
Yeah.
They like
because
them cold.
his family is normal. They like normal temperature beverages.
Yes.
But anyway, so I got a bunch of cleaning done, and I've just been assembling cabinet doors for the built-ins. And
Those are coming along nicely.
They are. They're not coming along fast, but I'm not exactly doing it in a fast
And
way.
I just
They're
say,
coming.
I was sitting in Braden's living room, and he's got them all. He's got stuff in them. They look like they're done. They look like they're done because of there's just stuff in them, and it looks like it's been there
Called
for years.
staging.
It's staged well.
A lot of leather-bound books.
We do good work, not fast work, but it's good work. It's good.
We
work.
do. We build some nice shit.
We do.
And the doors
So-
are looking really nice too.
Kudos to you.
I sold my 3x4 sander this week also. Not my new one, but my other one. And I sold it to a cabinet guy who also bought the 5-inch. And he walked in while I was assembling these cabinet doors. And he said he does mostly paint cabinetry. Like he paints everything.
Paint grade.
Yeah. And he saw that I was putting 1/2-inch white oak veneered ply panels, like for the back panels. And he's like, wow,
Are the doors?
those doors are like really thick. I was like,
Yeah, well, when shit goes down, I'm gonna hide in the bottom cavity.
well, it's for my place, and I want them to be thicker and sturdier, and just feel a little bit more heavy duty. He's like, yeah, but like those are thick. And I was like, okay, listen,
Thanks,
Chief,
Dad.
you're right. He's like, what are the frames? What are they? Are they like 1 inch thick? I was like, yeah, they're probably pretty close. He's like, I don't think I've done a door more than 3/4 of an inch thick and ever. I was like, okay, man, take the sander and get out of here. I'm giving you too good of a
Clearly he
deal.
does subpar work then.
I've actually looked at his stuff. He does some pretty nice stuff.
Yeah. You can't tell the grit that they sanded to from a photo.
I used the excuse that I use on so much stuff. I pivot it. It's like, well, here, I'm building these coming from a custom furniture builder standpoint, not from a cabinet maker standpoint. That's why it's
I'm
different.
building these for me, not for efficiency.
I'm
I bet
3D
you-
printing these as a custom furniture maker, not as a 3D printer.
Ooh.
I bet you that guy uses chamfers instead of roundovers. Do you know how I know that? Because he clearly cuts corners.
Technically, a roundover is a cut corner too.
No, it's a rounded corner.
Also, roundovers are better than chamfers.
Yeah, everybody knows
No,
literally
Team
every
chamfer.
single person.
Team chamfer.
God, you're so...
that. I might be on board with you if you would say it correctly.
Chamfer.
Yep.
Yeah,
can't
see,
do it.
he's saying it the metric way.
He's doing it. He's saying it just that way to
Chamfer.
piss me off, and it's working.
Yeah,
Nope,
yeah.
chamfer.
He's saying it in a way that municipalities.
Listen, I love a good roundover. You get a nice fat round over on a square piece of stock, a nice long square piece of stock. Get all four corners rounded over. Get a nice pipe, right? Get a nice dowel.
Dan,
Great.
I'm kind of surprised he's not pronouncing it shround over.
Round over.
No, it's chamfer
Okay, can I just settle
Round
something
over.
real quick?
with a silent H.
Can I settle something real quick?
Sure, rile it up.
Because you guys have been like, I feel like
Nothing
you've
but
been
supportive.
stabbing me with this and twisting the knife.
Which part?
Municipality.
Municipality. I can say it. Municipality.
It took so many weeks of therapy to get to this
So
point,
you could
guys.
either assume that I've been
Sucks 'cause
practicing,
that's speech
or it
pathology
was
is
all
out of network
a
for
bit.
sure.
Municipality.
He's been practicing, or it's a bit. DM me if you want to know which one.
Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
But yeah, that's what I did. Oh,
Dragon
I also set fire to a
balls
plastic table because
the-
it turns out plastic fold-out tables don't make good welding tables, and I got a new welder. So that's what I did.
You also
Wait,
approached the
well,
neighbor.
you can't just
Yeah.
just lay that on us and,
No,
and
you
try
bought
to
a
skip past
Timu
it.
welder.
I bought a Yes Welder from Amazon.
That's the brand.
The brand is Yes Welder.
Yes, welder.
And the
Yes, chef.
$200 I spent also came with the welding mask.
Oh,
Did
like
you
a
come with a
full-on
did you
helmet.
come with a metal table?
Blind
no
as a
metal
welder's
table.
dog.
Actually,
my
it works
God.
really well. It does MIG, TIG,
Whoa.
stick,
Careful.
and something else that I can't remember. Oh, flux core.
And clearly it'll weld your plastic tables to your ground.
It's a plastic welder. That's great.
No, but I did take some scrap metal and it welds. The stuff is not coming apart ever again.
How did you come to think that, hey, I think I'll just weld this on this plastic table? How did that walk me through this process?
Okay, let me walk you
Please.
through. Let me paint you a word picture.
I realize we're supposed to be doing a short bench, but I need more info here.
I love just throwing enough at you guys that you got to have more. The amuse bouche leads you to ordering the main course.
Speaking of booze, I have this
Boosh.
joke.
No,
Boosh.
no.
Oh,
Here's what happened. And honestly, Dan, I think that you can probably relate to this.
I don't know. I've never welded on plastic, but go
No,
ahead.
but you can get the perspective I came from. Got the welder. I looked around. I unboxed it, immediately plugged it in, didn't read the instructions, and I thought, let's figure out if this thing works or not.
Okay.
Found the first two pieces of metal that were not attached to something valuable, like a couple chunks of metal. And I thought, well, I'm doing this. I'm not going to
Was
do
it
it in
your
my
fire pit
flammable.
and the rebar inside your driveway?
No, it was. That's so stupid. You don't put rebar in a 4-inch concrete pour for a driveway. You just don't.
Maybe if you had it in there, it wouldn't explode from a fire pit.
No, that's from heat and moisture held in concrete. That's a different type of science. I grabbed a couple hurricane tie braces that I happen to just have sitting around. I was like, well, these look like they deserve to be stuck together permanently. And so I plopped it up on my finishing table outside because I'm not going to do it on the concrete and mess up my concrete.
Okay, yeah.
And I welded it. Technically, I welded it slowly enough that it didn't melt in when I did it. I did invite my next door neighbor over and was like, hey man, do you know how to weld?
The fireman?
Yes.
Fantastic.
He burned it in. Like,
Oh, the fireman burned it in.
yeah. It's
Okay.
he burned it in hot. It is
He
not
laid a
coming
fat
apart.
bead, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So the metal heated up and then it just like melted into the table until I grabbed it with 2 chunks of oak that I had. It's like, I don't know what to do with this now.
Was the plastic table like dripping down on your driveway?
No, it's not that bad. There's just like melted indentations in it that are
Okay.
very clear. Like it's not, I didn't set fire to the table. It
Oh.
caught fire in one spot.
You know who's a really good welder?
Literally anybody who has a welder longer than I have.
No. And has no right being good because they've never touched a welder until this one
Emma.
time they found out.
Abraham
they were good.
Lincoln.
Emma is a really good welder.
Yes, I remember that actually.
We were at Maker Camp and I was all excited because they were doing the laser cut like
Yeah.
lanterns or whatever. you're supposed to bring it over to the Lincoln booth to weld it together.
It was that project for that year, the one
Yeah.
that you take to different booths to finish it.
And I remember like Coffee being very confident. He's welded before, or whatever. He's like in the booth next to us, and I go first, and then Emma goes, and I go, "What? Where was this coming from?" She had the cleanest welds of anyone like on our side of the tent. So I'm a little afraid to get a welder because I will be emasculated.
Oh yeah.
No, you can.
Her welds were beautiful.
Yeah, they're,
From what I
get-
remember.
You can get
I was burning through that thing. I was putting way too much on there.
too much zhuzh, too much
Zhuzh.
au jus.
Yeah, too much soup of the day.
Here's the thing. Like, I think people think that you have to spend $1,000 or more. Like, I was ramping up to spend like $1,000 on a welder because that's in my head. That's what it used to cost. Like, you got a welder. It's like many things in life. The years have found Chinese knockoffs that work pretty well for much cheaper rates.
I've seen people weld with a car battery and a stick.
Yeah. So my $200,
like a
my
tree branch
$200
stick or
No,
actual
like a
welder.
stick.
And it has a smart mode too. So like it sets all the settings.
It has
and
AI.
Yeah.
smart modes.
ChatGPT.
It didn't let you know that you were using a plastic table though. Not that smart. Maybe
have a
don't use this table.
Doesn't have a camera, but yeah, no, that was definitely a hey, I have this now. It's getting used right this second to see if it works or not.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
I knew it was going to go wrong the entire time. It's not like I was surprised. I just weighed the risks and the cost benefit analysis came up. Test the welder. So, but yeah, that's what I did. Not a lot.
That's fantastic.
Pete, what the heck did you do this week?
Hey, micro bench. Remember? Braden talked for 45 minutes.
You
so
guys kept
I'll
asking
keep
me
it tight.
questions.
I need 2 minutes out of you.
So speaking of welders, I saw there was a estate sale somewhere, and there was tools listed. And I'm like, all right.
What state were they selling?
Fun fact: New Jersey.
Oh, wow. How much?
Yeah. It's very expensive. Couldn't afford it. So I get there, and they do in fact have a couple tools and a very weird assortment. Like, you ever go to a place and they have really cheap certain tools, and then like the 22-inch Laguna industrial bandsaw next to it, or like cheap Harbor Freight metal bandsaw, and then a $5,000 Lincoln welder. I asked him about like all the pricing on the big tools, and I'm like, oh, how much for the welder? He's like, $5,000. I let it go for less. I'm like, you don't know how a yard sale works, my guy. Like, no one's coming here with that. Listed on Marketplace at least or something. Turns out it was a car guy that also did solid body guitars. So certain tools he just got, like, he overbought the tools. But I mean,
I
shown.
I appreciate him trying. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take or whatever.
There was, and right next to it was a classic like Delta bandsaw with the extension block, so like a nice high bandsaw. And he's like, "Oh yeah, $200 for that." I'm like, "Oh, how much for the Laguna?"
38,000.
It's 4,000. I was like, "Okay." And
Was it really a 22-inch Laguna?
It's the whatever the 20-something inch Laguna bandsaw is. Yeah,
it might be 24. I don't
it
even
might
know
be
if
a
they
20.
make
So,
it anymore.
this was the welder. By the way, I'm showing the photo, and right next to it, like Central Machinery, a bandsaw behind it, and then let's see, and there's the two bandsaws. That's that big boy Laguna bandsaw.
Yeah, that'd be nice to have.
And I like
That's definitely older.
a part of me was like looking at Emma. I'm like, I mean, I know it's a lot, but like, do we need it? And I just had to walk away. And it was like some big dust collection stuff, but all of it was either oversized or undersized.
FYI, how much do you want for that bandsaw?
He wanted $4,000 for it.
That's a good price because it is for sale for $7,900.
Yeah. So
Laguna Tools LT24. And it looks just like the one you just showed.
So you could get it, and then you could decide if you love it or list it.
I see what you did there. So
Dang, that would be a nice bandsaw.
that being said, we got an authentic Italian pasta maker, which is Battalion, which is what I was trying to say. My brain was trying to do two words at once. Italian pasta maker that's like $100 and something online from Italy. That's right.
Whoa.
That's American for Italy. and we got it for $10. So you know what? You know what?
Lingual.
Hey, that was a good deal. Also, all right, hear me out. This is a weird thing, but I work in tech, as I've said before. I work in tech, and one thing I hate more than anything is when technology complicates our lives. Like when I go to like, oh guys, we should watch Caddyshack. Foreshadowing to something else. I want to watch Caddyshack. You go to like find it on like Apple or whatever, Netflix or something, and it's like, oh yeah, available. You go to it and it's like rent for $24.99.
So complicated.
Get like that is a X-year-old movie. It is not a new thing. That thing should be maybe $199 for rental or to own. First of all, every movie that's like more than 15 years old, it should just be available for streaming. We pay for we have all these streaming services and we don't have it. So I snapped a couple years back. I started buying DVDs at yard sales. And because I'm the project eventually is to just digitize them and put them on Plex and have them on my own server and my own streaming service where I have it at home.
By the way, Caddyshack came out in 1980. That makes it 46 years old.
46? Wow.
Math.
I think the Gopher is probably not kicking anymore.
Yeah.
No, the Gopher's long
Might still be around. I don't know. You never know. But anyways, so like I'm at this place and they have boxes and boxes of DVDs. And I was like, "Oh, how much for the DVDs?" They're like, someone just bought like a whole, like one of the small boxes, which would have fit like 10, 15, like for like $5. Honestly, if you want like $10 for it all, I didn't even look at what was in the boxes. I was like,
"Oh, hell yeah,
yeah, load them
Hells
up."
Yeah.
And then I loaded them up because I had to do it. So yeah, I cleaned house on non woodworking stuff.
Did you get home and then start looking and find it was like the bootleg knockoffs of you got like the Avengers,
The Indian version,
the Indian version, the Bollywood,
Bollywood. Yes, there we go.
where's Spider-Man? No, so all I know is that the only one that faced up and I could like very plainly see P90X.
Charlotte's Web.
So I got P90X. There you go, which I already owned.
With Billy Blanks.
P90X. That's so old. We're at P110X now.
Wasn't it Billy Blanks?
I don't
Bill
remember.
Blanks. Billy Blanks. I remember that. I used to
Blanks.
want to buy that, and I never had the money.
But that just made me think of the welder. I just remember going and be like, and then I did one of those things like it was the same thing as when Renewal by Anderson came to my house like 2 years ago. Just to get a quote on the Windows. And
Do you love your new Windows?
No. We had
Renewal by Anderson.
like 8 years ago, we had 20 windows done. It cost us 18 grand, which is a lot. Actually, no, it was more. It was like almost like 22 grand, whatever. We had 20 windows to be done at this house. They quoted us $78,000.
I don't get how these quotes are like
crazy.
house level.
Yeah,
costs.
but we got the repeat customer deal, so it was only 58,000. I'm sorry, 58,000.
I was gonna say 5,800. I'll kick him in the shins.
And I was doing a very good like, oh okay, you know, the nodding, and even Emma was like after they left, because we have to think about it. She's like, are you seriously considering it? I'm like, are you fucking out of your mind? That was insane. She's like, oh my god, you were like, you made it look like you were like thinking about it. I did that same face when the guy told me $5 grand for the welder. I had to keep it too. Like, oh, you know what? That is a good deal. I'm gonna send that. I will be back.
Fact checking myself.
Yes?
Tony Horton was the original host of Peanut.
From Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember
He
him?
got real fit.
I don't know who the hell that is, but I had to check.
From the Horton Hears a Who from the thing. Anyways,
Yeah.
So now going back to Caddyshack, I've been working in the garden a little bit this weekend. We have a groundhog issue.
Oh, just in the day?
No, like
is it happening every day the same way?
like our entire which a term I learned this year, brassicas, all of our brassicas, which are leafy greens like cabbages, kale, other things. So our entire bed of cabbages, kale, Brussels sprouts, all gone, completely wrecked. He keeps digging new spots under he kept digging from under the shed into the garden to the point where I got mad and I finally poured concrete, like a wall of concrete. Yes, you've got an X.
All right, let's
Bring
go
it.
deal with this problem.
And it got bad. Like we lost like a bed and a half of stuff. Luckily, he doesn't like tomato leaves. But the thing that pissed me off the most and got me to the point where I now own traps. Right now, one trap. But
Are you saying you have a trap house?
I have a trap house, and we're going to catch this groundhog, and we're going to relocate it to either heaven or somewhere within a 5 to 10 mile radius of the
All
house.
groundhogs go to heaven. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. But the thing that truly pissed me off and set me over the edge is we had strawberries coming in, like dozens of strawberries coming in, and they were all gone. And Jennifer
Dozens
had
of
like
us.
3 of them, and she was obsessed. So she kept running over and trying to eat them. But they were half of the ones that were like ready were like half eaten. I'm like, you're not eating a thing that was eaten by a animal, just in case. I don't want you getting rabies.
Then how is she supposed to get her superpowers?
I know.
How is she supposed to become an anamorph?
Groundhog man, girl. But aside
Interesting
from
enough, that movie was actually in your bucket. Groundhog Man Girl.
man girl.
Did you
Damn.
know that groundhogs keep a record of how many trees they've chewed on and stuff?
That's
Shut up and just go with it, man.
okay.
They keep it in their log book.
Wouldn't that be beavers?
The internet is telling me it's also groundhogs, okay?
No, it's beavers.
I was looking for groundhog jokes, and this is the best one I saw.
ChatGPT, if a groundhog were to wear a necktie, would it wear it
How
on the
much
giraffe?
wood would a groundhog chuck if a groundhog could chuck wood? Oh, so dumb, Dan.
I'm sorry.
That was a good joke, though. I liked it. It was a good book. No, but aside from the groundhog and me wanting to kill this friggin' thing, we're gonna
What's
see if I
green
actually
comes
catch
out
it.
of a hole on February 2nd?
What?
A ground frog. But these are the kind of jokes I'm getting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to get a better source.
Yeah, well, it's the TodayShow.com.
These are the jokes that would quietly tumble civilizations.
Last thing I ended up doing is one of my, I always forget, least favorite things to do, which is laying down pavers. I effing hate laying down pavers because here's the thing. Partially, you guys know that little footpath of like flat stones that I have going to the shed and stuff. I didn't do it where like I cleared the ground, I flattened it, I put down the sand, I let down the thing. No, I like dug the ground down, I put some sand down and like I leveled it out by hand. I did something similar in the shed because I love it out the ground and all that stuff, but I didn't do it like by the book. But I hate even when I do it by the book, I hate laying down pavers because there's always one that's like wiggling back and forth. No matter how flat you get it, they just want to wiggle. Yeah.
Wiggle.
But exactly, wiggle.
Can I give you one more? This one's good.
Go ahead, Dan. Go. You're on fire.
How do you make pork sausage?
How?
Ground hog.
I mean, I'll allow
Anyway,
it.
Pete, what about these wiggling pavers?
Yeah, wiggling pavers. So I hate doing pavers, but they're in the whole greenhouse is like officially finished. And something they don't tell you about greenhouses, they don't actually keep the heat at all.
And
You
they're
need-
actually not green.
They're usually not. It's a lot of brown and clear plastic right now. Which, Braden, you're not allowed to get close to it. I don't want it catching fire because it's plastic. But what you need something called a heat sink, essentially something to hold the heat in. So that's why we have the water collection barrel, and now we got the stones, and that keeps the temperature all night.
stones.
We got the stones finally.
That heat stank.
But the best part about it is I learned that my Wi-Fi reaches very well to the greenhouse, and I'm able to work from in the greenhouse. So I have these high top chairs that I was refinishing. They're going in there, and like this week I basically worked my job from the greenhouse with the view of the garden,
I
and
have
it
an
was
idea.
so freaking serene. I loved it.
I have an idea.
Go.
I know you have dreams of building a bigger shop, which I would too.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. What about making a bigger, much, much bigger greenhouse and then put like a hot tub in there and a bar and maybe turn it into some sort of like rainforesty theme?
That's just a strip club in Iowa with extra steps.
You take off your clothes at the Rainforest Cafe?
Yeah.
What's a top chair?
High. Top
High.
chair. Like like one of those high, like a stool, but a high stool. Like you would have it at a bar. I don't know. Like,
Is that the same as an up dog chair?
What's
almost got him. Almost got him. Oh, so good.
It counts. Goes in the ledger.
Got him.
Does it go on the log?
All right. Well, that's basically it. With that, I had nothing else.
Let's do some questions.
Yeah. Let's do some questions. Let's play some actual questions after this jingle.
Ask and wait, don't be coy. Time for the questions with the AWB boys.
Woo! Oh,
Why did you both go woo? Did I not get the memo?
We're woo girls. We practiced all week, Dan. Don't you remember?
Oh, I wasn't invited to the
wait.
practice.
Let me play the audio you queued up for Dan for Pride Month.
Why are you gay?
All right.
It's just an up dog.
What's up? Oh no! All right, we actually have a lot of questions. So let's. We're gonna rapid fire, very slowly answer these.
One of them's going to take a little bit more time. I think.
Buckle up. We're going to rapid fire these over the course of the next 2.5 hours.
Buckaroo! All right. First question we have from the Trash Panda.
Question. What's the deal with easel by Inventables? I teach CAD to students and always look for free options for them to use outside of school. Easel has a fairly robust free option, but anytime I hear it mentioned around other professionals, noses crinkle. There are awkward glances away and someone starts talking about Vectric instead. Is it just not cool enough? Or is this like a snapback situation? Trashpandawood.
So let me just start off by saying, have you tried Vectric? No,
Use code Vetric.com for the exact same price.
Do we have a code?
No.
I tried easel one time when my Vectric authorization was in limbo. It was stuck in the immigration office. Get it? Because they're from Europe.
The UK.
It looked fine. I couldn't get it to work. It was one of those I was already so involved in the software that I couldn't click the buttons the right way. I do know that up until the last year, it was pretty basic. Like there were a number of CNC features that you had to trick it into doing, like plunge cuts, things like that. So I think that might be it. It's just a lot of people just couldn't get the functionality that they needed a while back, and it may be better now, but I don't know. I'm in one. I've already learned my phone. I'm an Apple guy now, so I'm not going to get a Samsung.
I think it's a marketing issue on their part because Easel is a great software for the price, which is free, and they obviously have the Pro or the Plus or whatever. It's good software, but they have only ever focused on their machines and marketed for their machines. There's never been here's how to use it with Onefinity. None of that 2finity.com, 2finitycnc.com. I think it's a marketing issue. So they simply have just not advertised it as hey, this is a global software that could be the thing you need for no matter what machine you have. They really want to focus on their core group there. Plus, once again, marketing. They have a way better marketing team at Vectric, so I'll give them that. And I'm a guy that came from Carbide Create, the most basic of software, and that did the job too. But when you can get something better, it's better. We do actually have an answer from Chris from Homefront as well. But Dan, do you have anything to add before I do that?
Yeah, I was just going to say that professionals probably look down on it because professionals look down on anything that comes off as cheap or not as robust. It's like any like tool snob looking down on Ryobi. It's the same situation, you know. Yeah. Oh, I'm better than you because my stuff costs more. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine software. I've never used it, but I'm sure it's fine to use to teach students how to get their foot in the door with that type of stuff. I can't speak on how robust it is, but I think I was over at Braden's when he was first using it, when he first got his CNC, and I understood the basics of it just because I understand Vectric and Aspire. So there is some things that kind of make sense on both platforms, but I do think it is quite different, and it's just one of those things where people look down on it because it's cheap or it's free.
Yep.
And that's it. It's like a gatekeeping thing.
Here's a good answer from Chris from Homefront. This came from our Discord as well.
As you may surmise, I am not either of those three, however, considering my business has been built around my two X-carves, twice the dumbass. I almost exclusively use easel, and certainly not on occasion a pirated copy of Vectric, let me tell you. Easel, when it first released, was hot garbage compared to what it is now. Only in the last 6 months did the program even add the ability to climb cut, differentiate an outline cut, or a pocket cut.
Oh, that's
2.5D okay. Cuts were a bit tricky, and often a pain in the ass. It also used to be buggy as hell. Only in the past year has it really come into its own, without needing to know all kinds of workarounds and ways to trick the program into doing what you want it to do.
Huh.
In a nutshell, it used to be hella janky and pretty lackluster. It's gotten a hell of a lot better, but first impressions matter, and Vectric was already established as a superior, more capable program. In my opinion. Chris from Homefront.
Yeah, that was a perfect way to put it, and great way of summarizing the upgrades they've been releasing. So it's gooder now. Boom.
I'm just going to point out that on their website they still talk about being a perfect partner with Bob CNC, which has not existed for like a year and 6 months now.
Nobody beats the Wiz, am I right?
You can apparently download all the Bob CNC files though from
make your own
and make your own Bobs.
Make your own Bobs in the Bobiverse. It's another book series you got to read, Dan. Very good.
No.
Yeah.
Do they have burgers?
What? We Are Legion, We Are Bob. It's great. It's one of the best. You got to check it out.
I can't tell if you're being serious or if this is a joke.
As the kids say, dead ass.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of dead ass,
Pete said a grown-up word.
Chris from Homefront has a question as well.
Okay, never mind.
Well, you what, Dan?
I was gonna say I had a dead ass the other night. I thought we were all gonna die.
Okay, here's a question from Chris from Homefront.
I'm redoing one of those big box store garden benches, the kind with the wood slats and wrought iron cast armrests / end caps. The slats are going to be ribbon, quarter sawn, staple, and just a wire wheel, and touch up black enamel for the end caps. My question is, what is a good off-the-shelf outdoor finish? That won't lose too much to toyance. I understand the sun remains undefeated, but I'm looking for something that occasionally I can run through the drum sander, apply a recoat of said finish, and call it a day. This bench is going to be a memorial for my late father-in-law, thanks guys, and F cancer.
Yeah.
Chris from Homefront.
F cancer.
Agreed.
Any quick outdoor finishes?
I actually
Sepili.
Sapili. I actually refinished one of those a while back, and it's actually one of the few videos on my YouTube channel, believe it or not. And I used tung oil as the thing.
What?
For an outdoor bench.
So they caught fire.
No, but it was this same sort of situation, and Chris mentioned this in his question. He made it sound like he's going to dedicate time to refinish it quite a bit as it needs. So I wanted to keep it as natural as possible, so I used tung oil on my neighbor's bench, and he refinishes it every summer or every spring, I believe. So, I mean, if you're going to just refinish it every year, I think tung oil is fine. It'll help it keep it that natural look. It won't look plasticky. But you do have to be vigilant on refinishing it every year. If you're not going to do that, you're going to want to go with something like Total Boats,
Baby.
Halcyon, or what is their heavy duty outdoor? The Lust or the Gleam? I think?
Yeah, but the Halcyon's totally fine.
Yeah. Something with a lot of UV protection. Pete, do you have
Yeah, honestly,
thoughts and opinions?
don't overlook the spray can aisle at Home Depot. I know it's not the finish. Like, we're used to like the Total Boats or like some, the more epoxy adjacent ones, the boat finishes. But like, the reality is there's a lot of good stuff in that spray aisle. The one I've used was the Varathane. I still use often, especially for smaller outdoor projects. The Varathane Spar Urethane. It comes in a spray paint or a spray can. I get in like a satin or gloss if I really wanted to pop, but it's just going to fade outside anyways. But I've had very good results. It's pretty dang good about waterproofing. It is oil based. Just got to make sure you get the oil based exterior rated one. They even have like the Rust-Oleum makes like a cheap one. It looks like a cheap can of it or whatever. But don't overlook that aisle. But the Varathane, I will say, definitely worth checking out. The Spar Urethane. I've had good results. If it's a bigger project, you might want to obviously do something different. But they also have stuff you can roll on or brush on if you want. Braden?
I have several gallons of Total Boats Halcyon now. I love that product.
Half of that is mine.
Nope, not my. These are my special gallons.
Your Dragon's Horde.
I actually ordered these. So I'm using it on indoor stuff. I'm using it on outdoor stuff. That outdoor sign that I did, the center gate sign with the skull, that's got Halcyon on it. Another option that, I mean, if you never want to have to refinish it again, Gorilla makes a garage floor epoxy coating that would probably seal it right up. It'll look awful, but
I think the best thing he's doing is he's using Sapile, which is a good outdoor
Sapile.
wood. Well, yeah, whatever the
Sapple.
AI called it. Sapile is great for outdoors. It's kind of rot resistant. It's pretty rot
If
resistant.
money's no
actually.
option, just go with teak at that point.
Yeah, sure.
it's a rich mahogany.
It sounds like Chris already has the wood picked out though. So
Yeah. Right on. All right. This question is from, let's just do them back to back. Chris from Homefront.
again,
Chris from Homefront 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Now this question, you might get a little lost in the beginning because he's talking about buying ads and the return on revenue and whatever. But the second half of the question does have some good things I want to talk about. So pay attention.
So everyone said to run ads, but my ROAS for the year at $2 to $3, only recently bumped to $5 per day, is 3.5. I didn't do the math, but ChatGPT says that takes my profit margin from 42 to 49% down to 21%. To me, this means I can either counter this by running bigger batches, making myself more time efficient, and focus on volume, or I can up my daily spend and focus my ads to only my 5 top selling items and hope that shifts the metrics. Or quit ads altogether, rely on SEO alone, driving down volume, upping profit margins, hoping that it's a wash. However, this would provide more downtime to create new products in hopes that they pop off. Savvy business people, what do y'all think? I'm also going to cross-post this in Money Making. Thank you all. Chris from Homefront.
So he's basically asking, does he pump more money into ads to keep growing everything and make basically all the stuff in his catalog, focus the ads on a few items that he wants to sell that are money makers, which could potentially mean less sales, or not run any ads and just do social media?
I would cut the number of products that he's advertising or that he's dumping ad revenue into to his top 5, top 10
How come
sellers.
you've never given that advice to Dan?
Yeah, well, I can't believe that I've never given that sort of advice to Dan. He'll pick up generic sales from people just making it to the shop through his top sellers. His top sellers are, his top line sellers are the ones that are generating probably the majority of his revenue anyway. So he needs to keep those. And then I would also dump into SEO and social, because it's a cheap another way to bring organic customers into the space. But I wouldn't be spending money on advertising every single one of my products, especially not the ones that I don't want to make or that are inefficient or that it's hard to batch out, like something like that. Dan looks like he's wanting to disagree with me.
I feel like you're talking directly to me for some reason.
I'm not. I honestly, 9 times out of 10, I am, Dan.
Wait till you hear
I
the
was
advice I got for Chris here. First, I want to point out that he said ROAS, which is ROAS, return on ad spend, in the beginning of his question. And he is talking about Etsy. I don't think we've mentioned that yet. Etsy is a fickle bitch.
She's a nice lady.
Whatever. She's not. She takes a lot in fees. It's fickle. But believe it or not, I am going to agree with Braden in your case. Yes.
Can you say that again real quick?
I'm going to agree with Braden in this case because you don't seem to have as many. So I'm comparing you to me. That's what I'm doing here. And Chris and I had a conversation. We actually talked about all this, but now I'm sharing my input with the world. You don't have as many listings as I do. So I think it would benefit you, believe it or not. I know it's going to sound contrary, but I think it would benefit you to focus on your top 5 or your top 10. I would go to top 5. And here's why. The more sales you get, so if you focus on those top 5 items and you bump up your ad spend a little bit, I don't know where it's at, but if you bump it up to like $10 or $15 a day, I think that'll drive more sales to your store and you can make those top selling items. And kind of like what Braden said, that'll help drive general traffic to you. And that's because as Etsy sees that you're getting more sales, it will adjust how it shows your page to other people. It's like an SEO thing. As you sell more, Etsy wants to drive your store because if it's selling stuff, whether you're spending ad spend or not, it's still going to make fees off you and it wants to make that money. So if you're getting sales, more sales from the top 5, you're going to get more sales in general. And that's just my theory. So yes, I would agree with Braden. Do that. Don't quit altogether. Do not do that. I don't think that's the right move. Even if you have a solid social media, I think in the world of Etsy, people hate it or they love it. I think you do have to spend some money on ads, unfortunately, especially to get a foothold in the swamp of Etsy and the oversaturatedness of Etsy. You need something that's going to help you get a foothold. So that's my little piece of advice. Pete, have you given any advice on this yet, or do you want to do it again, or
I will say
you want to take a nap, or what?
I agree with the guys, but don't don't think like if you're someone who hasn't run ads on everything, because it's okay to do the blanket like here's my whole store, run ads on that, just to see how it performs. And then, but yeah, I fully agree. Focus on your big sellers. Don't waste your time. Because here's the thing, because we get stuck in our ways. This actually happened in my shop where I was kind of blanket running ads on everything. Everything was trickling in selling, and I got comfortable with that. And eventually, I wasn't developing new stuff, and that made my shop hurt. Focusing on big sellers might give you time to work on the things you really want to focus on, and the things that are truly actually paying the bills. And then you're constantly developing new items, which help you sell more. And then if you find another banger, then that's the one you push your ads to, you know?
I know this is a lot. Trust me, I know. But if you spend upwards of $25 a day or more, Etsy just released a new feature like a couple days ago, if not yesterday or today. I can't remember. Where you can focus your ads. They release what they're calling strategies. You can get greater visibility, efficient spending, lower click costs. So you can like navigate that a little better. They give you more tools, which is unfortunate. I think you should have those tools no matter how much you spend, but apparently the threshold is like $25 a day. So I'm doing that now, and I'll let you all know if I see a difference. Ask me in a few weeks.
All right. We'll get Dan a report back.
Dan, how's it going?
Yeah, I don't
Hey, Dan,
know.
how's it going?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know yet.
Okay. How about
Ask
now?
me in a couple weeks.
All right. So next question we got is Dustin from ShopHumble. He's asking about your presence on social media.
Hey boys, looking for some advice. I'd like to find a way to comfortably become more present on social media in ways they don't require my appearance or persona. I'm a very tinfoil hat about content I put online that could be used to train an AI tool to facade as my persona. Things like damaged social representation, fake news, keep me up at night. I see some accounts that find success with a similar approach, like Taku Woodcraft, DCreation007, Barefoot Woodcraft, Secret Society, Woodcraft, HeartwoodDesigns.me. They all have their niche and it's well displayed. Are these thoughts that cross your minds? If so, what's the dominant thought process? Would you change your approach to social media after seeing what these tools are capable of and knowing that AI is the dumbest today it'll ever be? Thanks.
I
Dustin.
mean, that's a scary thought, really.
ShopHumble.
AI is the dumbest it's ever going to be right now, currently.
I
And it still
personally-
got the right call on the giraffe tie.
Get out of here.
Maybe. That could have been what toppled Rome.
So-
the Roman Empire.
To me personally, I now am seeking out or lingering longer on content where I can see the creator. Because if there's an AI voiceover, or sometimes you can just obviously tell like this is an AI video of someone making something, like something just is off. The natural tics that we have when we talk and we present and we act out what we're doing are very easy to tell for a human in most cases. Like, all right, this is another person. And as content gets more and more generated, it's very refreshing to see the maker, the people, the content creator behind the content. There are some people that have a very like they're just amazing about doing content where they're never present. It's showing the work. There's just something about it. They have a style. He listed some accounts there that have a style, and you don't need to see the face. You don't need to see. Sometimes there's no audio. There's just like music and something's being done, and they have that style, and you can develop that style as well. But I feel like if you're building an account right now, it's, you know, we talked about like, oh, what in the future, like human made is going to cost more. I think human made content is already starting to be valued higher than AI generated content. So your best asset is that asset, girl. Dustin, like, show it off, you know, get your ass on video. What do you guys think?
Interesting. I've been a social media princess since MySpace days.
Oh, really? What's your account? I should follow you.
I've been out loud and proud ever since then. So on social media, I've been on social media. I haven't hid who I am or anything like that. So it's never crossed my mind. Like, it's out there. So I have nothing to hide at this point. So you asked, how do you think about that? How do you try to figure that out? And I don't.
If you're a business
this
owner,
point.
you exist on the internet.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
I think Pete is 100% right. People are going to connect with other people. You know, as AI gets better, I think Pete is right. People are going to search out accounts that they know are actually people. I mean, I realize I'm older than these two, but I don't consider myself
By a lot.
a super old man, but I find myself watching reels or TikToks or whatever, and then halfway through I'm like, wait a minute, is this AI?
Yeah. Like this,
And then,
the
then
new
it pisses
trend.
me off. Like, oh, how did I not know
Yeah.
this is AI? And I skip it.
Have you guys been seeing a trend of like it's like a time lapsey sped up, and it's just like sometimes I've seen it with like epoxy poured floor, and like I don't know where 20 guys walk in with buckets, and the
Yeah.
next shot of it is cured,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, this is AI. I
Well,
get those sent to me all the time.
The AI videos I've been seeing are the ones
Yeah.
that I told you about last week in private.
Oh, the one.
Yeah, I'm like, are these? Wait a minute, are these?
Pete, what you're saying is that it was the 20 guys with epoxy that gives it away. It's not the fact that somebody dug a hole and dropped an entire Apache helicopter into their kitchen floor.
Black Hawk Down, am I right?
Oh,
Show title?
I think I will say I think it kind of depends on what his goal is with social media, because if it's to connect with other makers, like if it's to do that, or if it's to generate like revenue streams from content creation, if it's just to generate content creation revenue, you could do faceless accounts, because at that point,
Marketing your stuff.
yeah, you can just dump stuff that gets views on there. You know, the question type posts, or the, hey, this is played 87 times because it's 1/10 of a second long. You know, there's stuff you can do that will generate revenue. If the goal is to work with brands, I think a lot of brands, like you guys are saying, are looking for human representation because they want the inherent trust that they are able to get with authentic users.
correct.
And you can't get that if you're AI generating your content. So I think that if you're trying to work with brands, I think that getting yourself on camera is probably something you're going to have to do. Some brands won't care. They just care about the followers, and they're just paying for for an ad run. They're not looking for a persona. And then if your only goal is just to start building up social media to begin to integrate with the community and like connect with people, I would put yourself on there, because that's the whole point of that's the social in the social media part. So
Correct.
I don't know. I'd try and nail down what your goal is, and then from there you can decide. But AI, I'll never touch the stuff. You know, it's all everything on my feed is genuine, definitely real. Actually, Pete, Dan, and I posed for those NASCAR photos for the Pinewood Derby poster.
Yeah.
We went to California for this.
Compton.
Yeah.
Also, you know, he said he had his tinfoil hat on. He's worried about, you know, people getting his likeness and stuff. Chances are you have a smartphone. Okay. You're already being data tracked. So you really can't hide from Big
And
Brother.
again, if you're a
You really
business
can't.
owner, your information is publicly available.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even
Or even a
hide
homeowner.
I don't even bother
what'd you call
hiding my address, other than like I don't just like put my address out there. But I mean, if somebody wants to figure out where I'm at through the business, my address is out there, my phone number's out there.
There you have it, folks.
If you really want to protect yourself from Big Brother getting your stuff, you're like 15 years way too fucking late. So
Way too late.
Yep.
Yeah. Your image is taken probably hundreds of times a day just walking down the street. Like,
the Big Brother's already got your driver's license.
absolutely.
All
Take
right,
the tinfoil hat off, bro.
We got
And even
4
if they
more
don't,
questions.
They're just going to AI. 4 more questions?
We got
Good Lord.
you guys are just yapping. We got to tighten it up. We got 4 more questions. So
All right, get it right, get it tight.
all
Bubba Sparks
questions.
style.
Yeah. You guys had the long benches and everything. Oh, it's just crazy.
He had a
Anyways,
long bench, not me.
No,
It was Braden. It was all
Greg
Braden.
D'Ambrosio, track saw question.
I recently finished a remodel for my shed, which involved having to take my track saw and cut out parts of the siding. It was a nightmare fighting gravity while trying to keep the track flat and straight. Based on the location, it was impossible to use clamps. Do you have any tips or tricks on how to more easily make a cut on a piece that is perpendicular, such as a wall? Greg D'Ambrosio.
Duct tape. Or flip your shed on its side.
Yeah. And then
That's
just keep
like a-
rotating.
Flip it on its back and pass it to the next
I
guy.
guess you could do double-sided tape, but I feel like it's going to come off. The sheds are dirty. It's not like a clean surface.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
I will say this. It might be unpopular, but you're allowed to drill holes in your tracks. They're your tracks. So you can put a countersink hole in there and just use like flathead screws.
Panhead.
Panhead screws. to,
Panhead?
like,
Is it panhead?
These
it's
holes.
panhead, yeah. Because
No.
flathead is a screwdriver.
Yeah. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
right.
it's flathead and Robertson
we're
is
just
the
saying
Phillips.
words.
But
Yeah.
you can.
That's actually a good answer, Pete.
because I need to. I actually need to cut for some reason the bottommost part of the fascia on my shed is like rotting away. So I was
It's
going to
the
cut that
gopher.
away and put a fresh one in there. But like I have to cut around my shed right at the base, and I'm going to have to basically screw it into the shed because that's.
I want you
that's what I
to.
do.
You need to make content when you put
Oh,
a
I
hole in your track and screw it to the shed.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna piss off so many people. It's gonna be
I
great.
cannot wait to make the Festal community mad in metric. I'll be like,
Use
don't
an,
worry,
use an imperial
this is an-
screw.
This is an 8mm drill bit. Braden, any suggestions?
Obviously, the only real answer is to drill 2 to 4 3/4 inch like dog holes into the shed, and then sink in some Air Dogs vacuum pucks, and then suction it with air onto the shed. That's the only logical answer.
I'll allow it. I mean, you can make a vacuum jig.
That seems like it would take a long time.
Well, you're not committed to the bit, Dan.
I'm here
Oh.
for a good time, not a long time.
I'm committed to the bit of using bits to put holes in the track. That's a pretty great answer. I'm a little pissed off I didn't think of it.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually the right answer. Just screw them holes.
Screw 'em.
All right, next question.
Also record it.
Trashpandawood asking about batch work. Batch, please.
Let talk small versus large products. I'm at the point I batch produce one small item and that is it. I'd rather make fewer and larger things for more money per item. No more cutting boards, etc. But what are the pros and cons of this approach? Trashpandawood.
Dan.
The pros and cons of batching versus just doing one-offs and being creative.
Batch big
Moving
or batch
to-
small?
Yeah, no, I think so his question, the way
Yeah,
I'm understanding it, is he wants to move away from batch made products, like smaller products,
gotcha.
and
Yeah,
move into fewer sales of much larger products.
Yeah, the pro is you get to keep your creative juices flowing. Yes, I said juices.
Ooh.
This is actually something I was thinking about today. Just before the podcast, I was scrolling through all my photos that I have on my phone, and I was thinking to myself, "Man, I used to make some badass stuff," and now I just pump out like things like a factory, and it gets a little tiring.
Yeah.
There's no creativity in there, so that's why I have to take a break. Every now
I
and
will
then and
comment
do
on
something,
that.
so.
It's something that we give Dan crap for. There is definitely a place to have a continuous product, something that sells. But get rid of the stuff that doesn't sell as well. Like, Dan, if you got, like, in all seriousness, if you got rid of a third of what you are making and filled that hole with bigger products, bigger jobs, you could be creative and still have a little,
I got a hole.
factory.
Can you fill me?
And also, while you're at it, pump up all your prices by 10%.
Pump up the
that
volume.
too.
If you lose 10% of your sales, you still come out.
I do need to adjust my prices
Which,
because
by the way-
the price of lumber is getting ridiculous.
The price of shipping is getting. I used to
Also
ship
that.
even like small bow ties. Dan, when you ship a little thing of bow ties, it used to be like $3 and change,
Yep.
right?
And now it's like $5 or $6.
$6.
Yeah, I got a
Literally
couple
doubled.
packages that go out that are just like 3 ounces.
Like
$6.
shipping literally doubled, and I'm getting to the point
I'm only
where
charging $9.99 for that, and
Yeah.
shipping is included, so I'm not making a whole lot of money on that.
my
right now,
cheapest
so.
item is $7, I think. So I'm literally just like, it's a wash.
Yeah, something needs to change.
Yep.
Probably not me. I don't change.
Everybody bump up your prices except Dan.
Pump up the volume.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. Well, Dan and I, we were just talking about this yesterday when we weren't doing anything useful at my shop.
We were chatting. We were doing business.
we had a meeting of the minds, and we were both talking about maybe we should start axing some of the smaller sales and getting into some bigger sales that make us feel a little bit more like woodworkers and not just factory workers.
Because Pete called me a wood assembler a week ago, and it's still hurting. It's still hurting a little bit.
How did I miss that, Pete? That's
I don't remember
bad
that.
friend.
No, it's
I
when
called you a wood assembler with a hard R and everything.
yeah, it's Kamani in one of our group chats. Kamani said he built a computer, and I'm like, look, you didn't build the computer, you put it together, and you called me a wood assembler.
I may have done that.
Wow, Pete. That's not what friends do.
It's not something I would say out loud. It's something I would definitely type.
It hurts because it's true. I'm a wood assembler these days.
Yeah, I do a lot of. I don't even get to make stuff like Dan does. I do a lot of corporate branding stuff. I'm literally just slapping logos on stuff. It pays the bills.
That's nice. Yeah, the money's good. Don't get me wrong.
It's creatively exhausting.
Yeah.
I've in my travels, I've seen reels where it's like they'll go, you may be tired and exhausted and overworked, but as a small business owner, but think about where you are and where you were 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you were probably wishing for this or hoping for this. So take pride in that or something to that effect. And I try to do that, and it's like, yeah, but I'm still tired. It makes me feel better for a moment, but I'm still tired and bored. Know what I mean?
To answer the actual question, I am currently in the process of switching away from small sales and trying to figure out how to zhuzh up the big sales. The built-ins, like I'm trying to figure out how to do more built-ins because those feel at least a little bit more creative sort of thing. And if I can do one of those and it gets me the same amount of revenue as 2 or 3 months worth of sales, like small sales, shit, yeah, might as well just do that. You can only disappoint one person.
That's worth looking at.
And those drop a 50% deposit.
Maybe.
Non-refundable. Next.
Contract.
Yep. Now the second to last question is this is from BrickTuba, asking about summer heat.
As the summer heat is upon us, the garage is humid. Much more humid than riding Union Pacific's 4014 big boy to your mom's house.
Heyo!
Anyway, how would you vent it throughout the year to relieve the humidity in the summertime? I have some machines in there that may or may not be getting damaged. What would you do? Cut a hole and put a cheap vent from the local hardware store, or cut a hole and put up some screen to keep the bugs out? Let me know what you think. The garage is old, but with updated electrical with limited outlets available, so fans would be out of the question. Thanks.
Man,
Brock from BrickTuba Creations.
if fans are out of the question, could you really drill a hole and
I think he's
add
talking
a
about
vent?
plug-in fans. But maybe he's willing to like wire something?
Yeah, if
Well,
you
yeah,
add a
I understand.
vent, you're going to have to hardwire it. And they do
Well,
make...
unless it's just a static vent, like just a hole in the wall.
Oh, I was assuming the vent would have like a
That's how you
fan
get
on it.
ants.
Yeah.
We have ants at home.
But they do make fans that are battery powered. I have one. It's really nice.
Oh, he should build one of the Da Vinci machines with the big fan that just
Yeah, there you go.
Just do that, but perpetual. Oh, magnets. Do a perpetual motion machine.
Ah, magnets. I will say
Yeah,
this.
if you figure that out, let us know.
One thing that I haven't seen much on shops, or at least I haven't seen any videos about this, is
Nuclear
a
fission.
whole house efficient or whole house fan, but on a shop. Because what that mainly does is it cools off your attic.
You're talking like a swamp cooler?
No, like a fan that like pulls
Like a
air.
whole house
So a whole house
attic
fan in a
fan?
regular house is a fan that's on the second floor or upstairs.
Swamp
Or
cooler.
what. It pulls the air into your attic from your house. So the coolish air goes up there. You open windows and stuff, and you get the outdoor air that might be a little warm, but the attic cools off, keeping your second floor cooler, obviously. And that could work for a shop too. Like my attic above my garage gets super hot. And honestly, that's a
How
pretty
hot?
super duper hot. I just don't want to say duper in front of the kids, but super duper hot. And honestly, that would be a good idea. But you definitely want to try to circulate the air. That same thing. You were saying that your tools are getting damaged. You're probably getting some humidity and rust and stuff like that. I'll take it back to gardening. In a greenhouse, you need air ventilation because the air gets stagnant and gets humid, and that's how bacteria grows and mold and fungus and stuff like that. If you keep the air moving, you will not get that. Same thing in the shop. You don't want the stale air. You want to keep it moving and flowing, and you're less likely to develop the rust spots and stuff on your tools.
And diphtheria.
Just a clarifying thing, Dan. A swamp cooler is an evaporative cooler, so like water.
Yeah, I don't know why you
or
kept saying
ice.
swamp cooler. That's not.
What Pete is talking about is
The large fan you put up in the attic.
That's not a swamp cooler.
Yeah, that's not a swamp cooler.
Swamp cooler is like
coolers.
Is it?
you take like a cooler, cut 2 holes in it, and you put a bunch of ice and stuff in it, and then like you basically have a fan blowing air through that, and then blowing on your face. So eventually, when the ice melts, you just have wet air blowing at your face.
Like a not cheap shitty one is like it has water running through the blades, and so it's evaporation that's cooling the air. Whereas Pete's talking about like one of those big giant attic coolers. It literally it's just pulling air.
It just pulls air, not a cooler.
Okay, my bad.
Nope,
Yeah.
just different types of big ass fans
Whole house fan.
A swamp cooler is a big ass fan with extra steps.
with
Got it.
water. Yeah, it's a wet big ass fan as opposed
Hence the word swamp.
Yep. Whereas
Like
Pete's,
swamp ass cooler.
It's a waff,
Pete's talking about a dry big ass fan.
Wet ass fan.
a daff.
Pete, have you considered spray foam and spray foam accessories in your attic to help?
No, I blew in insulation
What
like a
dumb
man.
idiot.
on top of the vats of insulation I put in.
But I'm looking at evaporative coolers now. You can get a Vivor evaporative cooler, 3100 CFM for $175. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Or just
These
get an
seem-
AC
But
unit.
I know Brickety Brock said he's low on outlets, but maybe you could run an extension cord into the house
Honestly,
or something.
If you can do a window AC unit, that's your solution right there.
Yeah,
just get
for
that
sure. I have
going,
I have a window AC unit in my shop
that you never
that does
use
have-
'cause your doors
I
are open
use
all
it
the time.
occasionally. Thank you
That
very
thing is
much.
plugged in.
Yeah.
It's plugged in. It works.
So,
I don't-
Dan, does Braden not have any outlets in his shop anymore? Is that why he has no fans in there?
No, he's just a Neanderthal when it comes.
Oh,
to
okay. Because his shop, when it gets hot, it's just like a swamp. No cooler,
So,
just
Pete,
swamp.
now that you've cleaned out the mini splits filter, the shop is back to getting colder than inside the house.
So me clearing out the AC.
Oh,
yeah,
who'd
that,
have thought?
that fixed it. I just hadn't cleaned him out for the spring, like since I turned it on. I just hadn't cleaned him out.
He still needs fans in there to get the air
Yeah,
moving.
get circulation, baby.
Dan, you want me to have a fan so bad? You buy the fan.
I'll
put
get a
it wherever
fan
you
sponsorship.
Want. Actually, we should
That would
big
be
ass
pretty
fans call us.
Medium ass fans.
We could probably get a fan from like Draft Tools or Vivor or something.
Not Draft Tools. Not since the
Since the
incident.
incidents.
Oh yeah, there's that. Other,
yeah.
well, they reached out. They wanted-
The cheaper option too. I would try one of those Milwaukee battery powered fans. You just need to get some air.
Honestly,
They're expensive though. They're like $225 they want for those plus the battery.
220, 225,
Whatever
it takes.
All right, last question. Speaking of fans, Sarah's Woodshop. It's Rosie's Woodshop, but it's Sarah. Sarah's
gonna be a long one.
Rose. No, it's pretty short and sweet. It's just a follow up to last week's question. If you don't remember, it was about
right.
her content blowing up in what she felt like was the wrong way.
Isn't it
blowing up even more.
Rosie's? Isn't it Rosie's
Woodshop.
studio, New Jersey now?
Rosie's studio. Oh, that's right. She changed it. Anyway, here's Sarah's Woodshop.
Alrighty, boys. If you were in my shoes, what would you do now? 4.9 million views on TikTok and gained 1,000 followers. 1.8 million views on Instagram, gained 228 followers. KXO Rosie.
All right. First of all, I said this in a pre-show. It's a damn shame because those kinds of numbers used to put you in a stratosphere, and now it's like, oh, here's 200 extra followers. So if you were not listening last week, Sarah had some content blow up. It was about one of the markets that she did, and nobody bought anything from her booth, and people got mad. And I mean, and Dan, I said this earlier, this might rival, if not be even more drama that was created around it. Aside from stories,
It's a
yours
different kind of drama.
Yours
but
generated
yes.
more stories and whatnot, but like, she's had several creators on TikTok repost her video with comments or commentary or.
I think she's had several hundred stitches at this point.
Oh, really? Oh my God!
Yeah.
So yeah, she had
Maybe
popped
if not thousands.
Like an aggressive car accident number of stitches.
and people are being as terrible and also some very supportive. Like, she's gotten a bunch of orders and stuff from it too, but like, it was a little rough to the point where like I reached out there. I was like, "Hey, you good? Because this is what fame looks like, honey. You want to be a star, don't you?" But that's the sad truth. If you like go viral and you really like do something to piss enough people off, it's gonna happen.
When you reach that level of virality,
Yeah, Dan, what would you do if that was you?
when you reach that level of virality, I would let go of the wheel and let Jesus take it. Like, it's become its own thing. You're not going to control it. Just let it happen. There are going to be some comments that are hurtful. There are going to be some supportive comments. But at that point, yeah, you just got to let go and let it happen, because it's like a tsunami. You're not going to stop it. You just got to let it happen. And
Sumani?
Fair.
Yes.
I will say I was wrong. I assumed when we first talked about this, I assumed that the comments went a different direction than what they actually went. So I want to apologize for that. I assumed the worst of people. I assumed that people are attacking her gender, her or whatever, but they were actually attacking like the 3D printing that she did.
The product line.
The product line.
Now, some people have gone after her now, her rest of her account.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are going to be people that do that. I mean, the world's full of terrible
These are
people.
the same
Obviously, we know
people
this.
these are the same people that go on Facebook Marketplace, say, "Hey, is this still available?" and never respond back. These people just want to watch the world burn. Okay?
When
I really wanted that skill tool that you had.
When I had my We Create laser listed, when I finally pulled it off the listing, even though I ended up selling it, that's another story. The one thing that got me to pull it, and I was like, okay, I'm tired of Facebook, it was somebody just messaged me with gay.
I'm sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't you. I'm actually
okay.
shocked it wasn't one of you guys. It was a rando. And I was like, oh, okay, well.
Just that's it?
Yeah.
Were they like celebrating Pride Month early?
It was pretty early, yeah.
Yeah, pretty early, mid-May.
When you talked to Sarah, did you talk about how maybe, because a lot of the comments, not all the comments, a lot of the comments seemed like they were attacking her products and what she was showing, and they were really going after the 3D printing. Did you talk about how maybe there's some truth in that, and maybe you should take some of that advice with a grain of salt? Like, don't take it all to heart, but if every if the majority of comments is like, no 3D prints, maybe you don't take 3D prints anymore and see how that happens, how that works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I one of the things I remember saying was take everything with a grain of salt. There's going to be a lot of awful comments. Reply back with your mom or whatever, just to have a little fun with it. Ignore all the crazy stuff, the terrible messages that she got, like stuff that, like, again, going back to the gender
you just
thing,
have
like
to turn your brain off when
people
it comes to that
way
level
worse to women online than they are to
absolutely.
men.
And that's what I was scared of.
Yeah, no, she got
last week.
People were saying some awful stuff in there, but
Was she getting like DMs?
oh yeah, like DMs,
Okay,
like
no
you
doubt.
should like,
Okay,
you
'cause,
know, yeah,
You should off yourself stuff.
yeah, dark stuff.
that's one of the differences, because like the comments, a lot of them were maybe not tactful constructive criticism, but they were not that bad.
Yeah, I was just reading the comments.
But basically what I said was like, listen, there's plenty of support in there. Look at the good stuff, like like Dave and Patrick provided some like educational stuff to somebody that was like criticizing it, and that got a lot of likes and views and whatnot as well. And this is one of the comments, but mainly like look at the comments. Don't look at the comments. There's plenty of support in there. If there's good constructive feedback in there, look at the feedback. And just take this and use it as like, hey, your stepping stone for your account. It's growing. It's going to send you business, and just keep doing what you're doing. Keep improving. She has
It
been
did
very
say she
consistent
got a
about
little
posting.
business from this, right?
She did get a little business from it, so she got some
So there you
orders
go.
as well.
That's cool.
And like I've told her plenty of times, just keep improving, keep doing better, keep doing more, keep doing better quality work. That's all you can do in his business, and she's pretty consistent about posting. Say what you want. She's on top of her posting game, so keep it going. That's all. I mean, like, you can only encourage her, like anyone that's doing stuff like that. And if your video ever pops off for anyone, just nod and smile.
The sad reality is the meanest, awful people are usually the loudest minority.
Yeah.
And if you click through and check their page, they ain't doing crap.
Nothing. No.
They're not doing nothing.
It's always the guy with
Their hobby
reposts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
so
no posts.
you need to learn how to just let it roll off your shoulder. And like I said, when something goes that viral, you just have to let go, because it's going to do its own thing. You don't have to respond to anybody at this point, because it's just going to live its life.
Yep.
You're probably going to get comments on that thing for months and months, unfortunately. Just ignore them all.
Yep. It's gonna be May.
Yeah, I mean the DMs
That is awful.
Delete them,
I mean,
because that doesn't that offers no value. That offers no engagement boost. Like nothing like that. Just delete that shit.
delete, block if you have to. Just don't even put up with that crap.
The comment, like, what do you? Because she asked, like, what do I do now with this viral reel on Instagram and TikTok?
Keep posting.
Just keep posting. Like, there's nothing that you can really do to monetize it or adjust your business based on one reel popping off. So I
Ride
mean,
the wave.
just keep posting
Make them
it.
more mad.
Yeah. But again, I like you guys said, a lot of the comments on the actual posts were comments about 3D printing at a craft fair. I think that it's worth taking a look at the product line if that's the general sentiment that you're getting from a lot of places. If you're getting sales at craft fairs enough to where you're comfortable with what you're doing, great. If not, this may be a rough way to look at your product offerings. Also, it's great that she's getting a couple sales out of it. That's stellar. That's revenue. But if you look at it, I always look at everything from like the business numbers standpoint. If you're getting 3 or 4 sales out of, let's see, 1.8 million and 3.2 on TikTok, so 5 million views. If you get 5 more orders of your 3D printing stuff, the percentage of sales to potential customers, it's astronomically low. So I would caution you to not chalk up, hey, I got a couple of sales from this, as a glowing endorsement that this product line is, I'm going to keep it, that sort of thing, or not keep it. But just make sure to keep that kind of that ratio in mind of if 5 million people walked into your store like they just did, and you got 3 or 4 sales instead of, if I saw that, I would expect 50 sales, like that sort of thing. So I don't know, just analyze that and make the adjustments where you need for your business, and just keep posting. There's not a lot you can do with one viral reel.
Yep.
Other than tell people like, hey, I'm Instagram famous, and then you throw in the bird and walk out.
Kind of a medium deal. Okay.
Flip your hair because you have hair that you can do that with. I'm jealous.
Dan whips his hair back and forth. He whips his hair back. Anyway.
And guys, with that,
oh my
done.
God, that was so many questions.
Also, we are officially, right as of this moment right here, 2 hours.
Dude, we could have wrapped up in that time that you made us wait.
I know. I wanted to do that.
I only have a free trial of Audacity that it stops recording and deletes everything at 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Thank you. Huge shout out to all of our patrons and our sponsors, Gorilla Glue and WTB Woodworking. And we also want to encourage everyone to make sure to sign up for our Pinewood Derby race at the Texas Woodworking Festival if you were going.
Please go sign up.
We're also giving away a ticket. You know what? If you're listening right now, should we do a quick little code phrase?
Ooh,
yeah. You're still listening? Yeah, just super secret one.
Wet fan.
Wet fan to AWP giveaway at gmail.com. And that gives you an extra entry to our Texas Woodworking Festival ticket giveaway that we're going to be doing at the end of July. We're going to give you guys 2 months to prep for the trip. So then there'll be a few more chances to get a code phrase.
112 days before Texas Woodworking Festival.
There you go.
I'm gonna do something a little Danish right now. If you are a patron of the podcast and you sign up for the Pinewood Derby car, and you send me a screenshot or DM us a screenshot, I will order your Pinewood Derby kit for you. I'll send it to you.
Ooh.
There you go.
I assumed you were going to do some sort of t-shirt, but okay.
Nope. We will send you your Pinewood Derby kit.
Nice.
There you go.
So,
boom. Good stuff.
For 10% over the retail cost, of course.
Yeah, we are going to make money on this.
You'll Venmo me.
But billed directly to Dan.
Wait.
There it is. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next week. Love y'all. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye. Bye, 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 bye.
Love you long time.